Hey guys, so welcome back to the training. So right about now, I'm gonna show you how to what a plugin is and how to just share your plugins, what the idea of a theme plugin is, and some of the things you need to understand about a plugin. In the previous model, we've been able to cover, how to buy a domain name, how to buy your hosting, how to buy, what are the things you need to look out for. We've covered your strategy. We've done a lot of things, in the previous session. So if you're joining this module and you've not actually practiced that session, I would advise that you do that, and you actually get that fixed, okay? So that you don't get stuck even whilst we're moving ahead, okay? So the next thing we now want to do is to understand our plugins, right? So what does plugin do? What do they do? What are their functions, right? If you hear the word plugins under WordPress, what does it mean, right? So it basically means any tool or any software that can add one or more functionality to your website, right? So we said a widget had just one function or one function. Then a plugin add one or more functions, right? So it can have more than one, right? So the idea of a plugin is to ensure that your website can be able to do what you want it to do, okay? So as you can see, these are the list of plugins that you have here, okay? So let's say for instance, as you can see, so let me give you an instance for number, so now the same method you would follow in installing an external plugin is the same method you will follow in installing an external theme. So just plug and play. You know what we did? We had to go and purchase it. We purchased it on Team Forest. We unzipped it, and then we say upload file, and then it uploaded, right? So I just want to show you some things real quick so that we can use this as our example. Okay, so let's imagine I want to add a post now. So see what's going to appear there so that I can show you this real quick. So it's loading, it's loading, it's loading. So let's just wait for that. Okay, so can you see the kind of text editor I am seeing? So let's imagine I want to have a post. So let's say web design with Lacom Banjo, right? So I now begin to write. Are you looking to design a website? Or are you looking to undergo a web design training? Look no further. Sign up for our result focused web design training today, and you will be glad. You will be glad you did. So can you see that, guys? But I don't want these settings, right? I don't want this interface. It's looking awkward, right? Why can't I just have the normal, text editor on my website? Now you see the point. The point now is that if I want to have the normal text editor on my website, the text editor that comes with the theme that I'm currently using, right, cannot not work like this, right? So for me to be able to get the kind of editor that I want, I need to install that plugin. Now see what I'm going to do. So let's go back to this new tab. So this is a classic editor. It's a plugin that enables the previous classic, enables the previous classic editor and old style edit post screen with tiny MSC, meta boxes and all of that, right? So this is the plugin that I actually want, to use to edit my content. So I'm going to do that now, and I want you to just follow me. Okay, so it has been installed. So the first thing you do is install. The second thing you do is now activate, right? So we've activated the classic editor plugin. Now I'm going to reload this page and I want to show you something real quick. Okay, so let me first save as draft so that I don't lose the file or I don't lose the text. Excuse me. Okay, so you're going to see what would appear now. So can you see that the interface is now changed, right? It has changed, right? This is exactly what I actually wanted, right? This is what I wanted, right? So when you're designing a website, always make sure that you find the relevant plugin that can perform the kind of function that you want and the kind of features you want to add to your website. The idea around a plugin is nothing more than that. Okay, a plugin just adds more functionality to your website. So let's search for another plugin that I can just use to teach you something. So of course you come to the plugin section and then you come to add new, and then through that you can be able to add your plugin without any delay. So these are all plugins, right? These are all plugins and they have their functionality, right? So you just want to find the plugin that works best for what you want to do or what you want to create. Okay. So moving on, I'm going to show you how to use plugins in a more robust way and in a more detailed way. But this is just supposed to cover the basic idea around the plugin, right? I hope you've been able to follow through on what a plugin is and how you can use it, on your website. The next module will focus on, how to start up designing your website, before we now move to deploying the website proper. Thank you and see you in the next module.